Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video. And in today's video, we're taking a look at the new Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux legend that has arrived with the Super Sugo Fest Shanks. Now, with Super Sugo Fest Shanks, a lot of people were hyped up for the Shanks unit before the Great Depression of what Shanks became. But Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux are a very, very good character, and they're kind of like a shining light within the whole celebration. Now, Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux aren't a Super Sugo Fest exclusive, so I do imagine a lot of people are probably going for Shanks, even though after like playing with both, I do think Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman have a lot more potential. Shooters are back, boys. Shooters are back, and with their ability to remove defensive effects by hitting perfects with Barrier Pen and stacking it with two Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux, you can do some pretty wild things. However, they are regular Sugo, so I don't recommend chasing them, but they are a lot of fun. Let me know if you like this ability in the comment section below, because it just makes Barrier Pen even better than what it already was, and shooters are renowned for Barrier Pen, so it just works phenomenally. However, shooters do still need a lot more support, but I really do like that they've implemented this for shooters, as basically every shooter in the game has Barrier Pen as well. While you're down there in the comment section, don't forget to like the video. Wow, words. Don't forget to like the video for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. With that said, let's take a look at Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman in the Kid Forest. Alright, here we are. Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman and a shooter team that includes Shanks. Now, I included Shanks in this team just so we can get his super tandem. As you can see, we have that beautiful rainbow border. Video is still incoming, but the rest of the team is shooters. The rest of the team has Barrier Pen. Shanks has Barrier Pen too. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Alright, so starting on the Apu stage, this is probably the stage that gave me the most trouble. Mainly because, like, I didn't have a way of getting around this stupid paralysis, and, it was just very annoying. So, like, I tried to use a Kuzan special in turn 1, and then just, like, hope for that I could kill. I would highly recommend doing that. That is going to be your best way through this, but as you guys will see here, I killed him on the first turn. If you don't actually kill him on the first turn, don't stress, like, he doesn't do too much. Now, with Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman, their ability in their captain ability, sorry, is if you activate Barrier Pen, or you have the potential to activate Barrier Pen, they remove one turn of defense up, damage reduction, and threshold. And if you have two Ben Beckman Lucky Roux captains, as you can see here, you can actually remove 2 turns, which is actually wild. Now, all legends that have Barrier Pen will ignore barriers no matter what. So, as you can see here, we've decked the team out in a full legend team, and on the stage against the Capone Pirates, we can completely remove the 10 turns of damage reduction and threshold kill on the first turn. There is not a lot of teams in the game that can actually do that because of that insanely high defense, damage reduction, or threshold. Or damage reduction threshold, I should say. On the Rogue stage, the next stage, he has 5 turns of defense up. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux, they basically just say, nah, dude. Sorry, we're attacking through that. Now, as you can see, I do have Shanks on the team to trigger the super class of Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux still have a bit of a design flaw with needing 5 shooters. They are a super class shooter captain, so it does make sense to try and bring a shooter team. However, getting a character on the team that's also shooter and can satisfy their superclass condition is a little bit tricky. They do have Usopp in their superclass, they do have Yasop, which are the 2 big ones, but Shanks is also a character that can be used under Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux because they actually boost quick characters as well. Shanks having Barrier Pen helps him out a lot for this particular team. He can become your rainbow color affinity booster, your chain booster. He works great with Ben Beckman and Lucky Roux's chain boundary effect, and it all works out super nicely. Their superclass gives shooter characters a 2 times, I think it's a 2 times, it might be a 2.5 times, 2.25 times attack boost to shooters, and it removes 2 turns of those defensive effects. So as you can see on this stage against Killer, we literally just switch with Ace Sabo and use the super type to actually take out that stage easy peasy. Now against Big Mom, if Ace Sabo get blinded, you will have to reload the game until they don't get blinded. Big Mom gives you 5 turns of blind on 2 random units and a full board of block orbs, and this is where Ace Sabo really shines. Now, Ace Sabo aren't a shooter when you are Sabo, but they are when you're in the dual form and when you're Ace, and their orb boost also boosts shooter characters, which is really nice. A big downside I did find to Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman, while I was actually doing this run, I kind of noticed it a lot, was orbs. Getting orbs is very, very challenging for this particular unit. They don't give a high rate of orb manipulation. They don't give a good rate of that either. So having Shanks on the team really helps them out. They have a super tandem as well, which removes more defense up, more damage reduction, more threshold. And the Kid Forest was just a perfect place to showcase this legend because the run was actually so incredibly fun. There's a lot of damage reduction, there's a lot of threshold, there's a lot of defense up. There's a, as you can see on this particular stage against Hawkins, X-Drake, and what's the other guy's name? X-Drake, Hawkins, and Page 1. Normally, like, that one turn of defense up is very, like, arrogant. But with this particular team, you just hit it perfect with one of your shooters. Doesn't matter what your HP looks like if you're using Legends. And you can actually just remove it. And that way you just continue on. Shanks, not being a shooter, also is a really great way of starting your chain. It's just phenomenal what you can actually do with this Legends. Legend is so well designed. But the big downside people are going to throw is that it's a shooter captain. However, whilst he is a shooter captain, it does give shooters what they need. We do want to see shooters getting buffs. We want to see those lower classes receiving buffs. And this is a really, really good starting place because the ability to get through damage reduction, threshold, defense up is incredibly valuable because you can just put it with your captains and you're good to go. Not only that, Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo have a very good special. 3 turns of an orb buff at 2.25 for shooters and quick characters isn't the highest in the game. However, it is still very, very strong. 2.25 orbs for 3 turns in long content is always going to be viable, but the big upside to the unit is they have a 2.75 chain boundary going up to 35 times, and you can also increase that if you use, if you already have one. They add a 0.3 to the orb boost, they add a 0.25 to the chain boundary, so you can run 2 Ben Beckmans and Lucky Roos for shorter content very, very easily. They also give cooldowns with their captain. 2 turns of cooldown at the start of the fight means 4 turns if you are running double Lucky Roo and Beckman. Ship gives you a cooldown. You have 2 turns of sockets. That's 7 turns of cooldowns just with your captains, your your sockets, and your ship. So very, very nice stuff. Now, as you guys will see there against King, I actually just missed the kill. But we do manage to stay alive, so it is pretty hunky-dory there. But normally, if you have some better orbs, better orb manipulation, you will be in a much better stead. But the beautiful thing about shooters and barrier pen too is this team basically gets around all the defensive effects that enemies can throw at you. Obviously, damage null and damage null is probably the only one that I'm missing. That's still going to be a bit of an issue, but with barrier pen, you don't have to worry about barriers. With them as captain, you can remove, 2 turns of damage reduction, defense up, and threshold every single turn. And if you are running something like Shanks and you're getting that super tandem ability, you can get a lot of back-ended damage with these guys. A lot of back-ended damage. So it's really, really nice to see. The captain ability is great. Their special's very, very strong. Their super class, whilst it is a bit of a design flaw to actually need shooters, they are a super class shooter unit, right? So, it's kind of in the same, in the name of, hey, bring shooters because they're going to get the biggest buff onto this particular character. But you can run quick characters. There is that as well. But this character is actually like a hidden gem within this Super Sugo Fest. And even Chopper was really good, but Chopper was nothing compared to Uta, where this Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo is going to see play for a very long time because they have that ability to just remove those defensive effects. It's very, very valuable. Honestly, it's incredibly valuable what this particular character can actually do. So, we did manage to take out Kaido here. You do have to be careful with perfects because, without your ship, it's good, but, once you get your ship back, you got to be careful. You do want a perfect hitting ship to get through the Hawkins and Page 1 stage. But all in all, I really like this character. I really, really love this character. Like I said, the big downside is obviously finding shooters, and there's not a lot of very good ones in the game. But when you find the shooters that work, it works incredibly well. Ideally, you want to build a team with legends as well, because their barrier pen literally goes through everything. And that is also a bit of a design flaw with the particular unit. I forgot I had Smoker on Shanks, and obviously we don't want that attack boost. We want the super class attack boost. But as you can see, we went through this whole forest without even using Shanks' special, which is actually pretty wild. We got through the special binding effects, the damage, all of that stuff while saving specials. And whilst it's not the fastest forest run in the game, especially for this forest with some of the new power creep and stuff like that, it makes it incredibly easy, just incredibly easy to get through. Obviously, we don't have a lot of healing. We do have to be mindful of our HP, especially on that Kaido stage. I did die 1 or 2 times with the Kaido on the Kaido stage. However, the team works incredibly well. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo giving a rise to shooters, which is great. It allows you to fill the team with a lot of other characters because the utility that their captain provides is just so ridiculously powerful. So let me know your thoughts and opinions of this unit in the comment section below. Do you like them more than the Super Sugo for Shanks? Do you want to see them do more with this particular ability? As, in my opinion now, Barrier Pen was always the best limit break ability, but with this particular character, it's not even close. Like, Barrier Pen is by far the best limit break ability in the game now, and now that it can do more with defensive effects, thanks to Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo, it's just absolutely obscene how strong it actually is. But like I said, let me know in the comment section below. Belt the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!